People tell me, you need to get a job. I'm trying to get a job. I can't see me get a job nowhere. You gonna give me a job? You gonna offer me a job? You think I wanna wake up every day broke and not have nothing to do with my life? No, I can't find a job to save my life. Well, unless you're going to offer me a job, shut your mouth and mind your business.
So what do you
The entitlement is crazy. I think he isn't really looking for a job. I think he just wants to, like what he just said, be offered a job. And that's kind of where we are in modern times. People just expect things to be handed out and they expect you to lay out the red carpet and they can walk right in and it's your privilege to be able to employ them, right? If he was looking for a job, he would be able to find a job. But this isn't helping you. And I would even argue possibly he could be being selective in his search as well. And this is just up to water. Let's watch the next guy.
Your job, shut your mouth and mind your business.
So what do you unemployed people do with your lives? I'm officially part of the unemployment crew, and I do not know what to do with myself. I can only wash so many dishes. I can only wash so many clothes. I can only go to the gym so many times. I can only scroll on TikTok and watch TV for so much. What do you guys do with your lives? And some of you guys' full-time jobs is being unemployed. So what do you guys do? Can someone please make a day in the life of being unemployed? Because I don't know what to do with myself. I need some structure, some discipline. I need a routine. Yes, I'm going to wake up, go to the gym, and do things I need to do to get done towards my day, but what else is there to do when you're unemployed? I'm really driving myself crazy. I've never had this much time on my hands in my life. I don't know what to do. I'm driving myself crazy. It's been a week. I got fired 2 days ago, but I was on suspension for a week. What do? I don't know what to do with myself now. I have too much time on my hands. I need to get back in action ASAP because I can't keep sitting at home all day looking at the walls. I can't go out and spend money because there's no money coming in. So someone please tell me what you guys do with your lives when you're unemployed. That's all I got for y'all today. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Can't be the only.
I'm gonna just be honest, y'all. I'm pretty good with energy, and his energy just reminds me of a chick, just going on and on and on and on. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? So helpless, just a straight up damsel in distress, and he doesn't know what to do. Right? Like, where's your leadership qualities? But no worries, brother. I'll come save you. Just playing, but. I mean, so ultimately, right, we can break this down to something very simple. Because he's asking, what do I do with my life right now? I lost my job. Life, life wasn't fair for a moment, for a season. And I don't know I don't know what's the next best course of action, basically. It's simple. Bruh. If you don't have a job, finding a job is your full-time job. It's literally that simple. So you don't have to be so distraught and so scattered about this. The same way you was going. Matter of fact, now you have a remote job. Imagine that. That's beautiful. You just got yourself a remote job. Because the same 8 hours you were putting in every day at your job, put in those 8 hours trying to find a job, and I promise you, you'll get a job. It's really that simple. And not only that, but let's be real. Do we think he's putting in 4 hours a day to try to find a job? No. So why are you so worried? Why are you acting like the world's on fire when really you're not doing everything that you could be doing to try to get a job? And it's only been 2 days. Like, for you to be panicking like this, all of a sudden, like, have a little perspective. Goodness gracious. And let me put you guys on something else, if you haven't heard of it. It's really called the Pareto principle, and I think that first brother that we watched could use it. And really, all the Pareto principle says is, there's typically, let's just say you're doing, you're trying your 100%, right? You're trying your 100%. But in that 100%, there's only 20% of the things that you're actually doing that's getting you 80% of the results that you're getting. The positive outcomes that you want, right? So 20% of the actions you're taking are getting you 80% of the results that you want. So what does that then mean? That means that we're still doing 80% of things that is kind of pointless in a way. So if we get rid of the 80% of the things that we're doing that's really not helping us as much as the 20% is helping us, and we focus more on the 20% and we make that 100%, then you can see how scalable and how exponential things can start to get. So ultimately what I'm saying is drop the things that aren't working, double down on the things that are working. And if you do that, then it doesn't matter what arena you're in, you'll ultimately find success on the other side. So that's what I adopt in anything that I do. And that's what I adopt on YouTube. Guess what? If I see something that's not working, I'm going to drop it and I'm going to focus on the things that are working. And maybe I'll try to add some new things. But then if that's not working, I'm going to continue to just focus on the things that are working. I'm not going to sit here and complain and say my views aren't going up, my subscribers aren't going up. What do I do? So, yeah, I would just like to see these guys kind of step into manhood a little bit better, a little bit smoother, and, you know, actually seem capable. Let's watch one more.
In my life, I don't know what to do. I'm driving myself crazy. It's been a week. I got fired 2 days ago, but I was on suspension for a week. What do I do? I don't know what
He got fired 2 days ago and he's already panicking. And what do I do?
to do with myself now. I have too much time on my hands. I need to get back in action ASAP because I can't keep sitting at home all day looking at the walls. I can't go out and spend money because there's no
30 years old. I
next one.
can't be the only person who feels like this. So I'm 30 years old. I'm unemployed. I've been unemployed for 4 months. I literally can't get a job. I've applied to over 150 jobs. I now have negative $4.41 in my savings account because of the monthly service fee that just hit. I don't know when I'm going to get a job. I feel very lost. This feeling of being unemployed and applying to jobs and retailing your resume, getting rejected, and then seeing the job reposted literally 2 weeks later is demoralizing. And remembering that I am still worthy and I am still valuable has been very difficult. I left my last job because it was destroying my mental and physical health. I liked the job, but I just couldn't do it anymore. And so I applied to a new job, and I was going to make the most money I was ever supposed to make in my life. And they laid me off 4 days before I was supposed to start due to company reorganization. And I haven't been able to find a job since. I don't have a Roth IRA. I don't have any type of investment accounts. I don't know if I'll ever own a house. I am married, but we're both children, to be quite honest with you. I live in an apartment that we can no longer afford because I lost my job, moved down here for the job that laid me off 4 days before I was supposed to start.
So many things gone wrong, right? So many things done wrong. She was so gung-ho to leave her other job. She didn't even make sure that she was able to cross to the other side before she, I guess, informed her current job that she was leaving. So ultimately, she got stuck in limbo, and she ultimately ended up the odd man out. And it sucks, and it's taken her 4 months to find a job. And I would argue because, like what she just mentioned, she'll do an interview, and then she sees the job posting go away, and somebody got it or whatever the case. First of all, you don't need to put all your eggs in one basket. Because you're going to go on these job interviews, you're going to be thirsty, you're going to be needy, and you're not going to get it because you're putting everything, all your stock in one thing. Just like you put it all on that other opportunity that you had gotten while you had a job. You started off well, you tried to get another job while you had a job, but you didn't cross over that bridge first before you went ahead and spilled the beans on yourself. Because you don't owe anything to your employer. They can get rid of you just as quick as you can leave as well. So you probably should have just made sure it was guaranteed and it was locked in before you made that move. Secondly, she mentioned that she is married and her husband are both working. But now, because she lost her income, now they can't afford to live anymore. And it sounds like they don't have kids. So what does that tell us? Lifestyle creep. Living above your means. You have an unfair advantage in this world in that it's two of y'all. And the best strategy y'all thought was to get a place where it will be dependent on both your incomes. Why didn't y'all just get a place that you could afford off one of y'all's income? And that way, Dang if you do, dang if you don't. You're good either way. If you lose your job, you guys are just fine. You can take your time and you don't have to stress, which would then give you more leverage in these job interviews, which would probably then make them ultimately go with you because you're not so needy. As well as, let's say you don't lose your job. Well, guess what? You can still live off that other person's income and save yours. Either way, you're good. Why wouldn't you set it up that way? I don't understand. And now it's two of y'all, but you're in a dire situation, which is incredible. So, poor execution, as well as they didn't set things up in a way that will be sustainable if life decided to life. And that's how you end up in this situation. And hopefully that's what we're learning from, so that if we do have these opportunities, we're able to actually make better decisions within them. But we'll leave it there, y'all. Like the video. Also subscribe if you want to join the Legion. Cash App link below if you want to buy your boy iced coffee. And also feel free to join the Patreon where I post exclusive content that's not on YouTube. Till then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.